103.5 The Eagle and the early show with Jay, Sheilah, and a couple shots of Nikki. That is Jared Neiman. The song is called Drink to That All Night. It is 8:09 on a Tuesday morning, and we have Jimmy Flynn with us. Jimmy, how you doing?
Good morning, my friend. How are you?
Alive, awake, moving, and breathing. I was told by a little bird that you had a birthday.
It was my birthday yesterday. What a night we had last night. Holy mackerel. But I slept like a log.
You slept? I'm glad to hear you. You slept well, did you?
Well, actually, I woke up in the fireplace.
And it starts already.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
That's wonderful, dear.
That's good. My dad loved you.
Oh, gosh.
And I got to tell you, Sheila's actually quite a nice person, no matter what I told you earlier.
Spread the word.
Spread the word, yeah. She's awesome. Anyway, I have this poster in my office, Jim, and it says, growing old is mandatory, growing up is optional. Is Jimmy Flynn any more mature today than he was yesterday?
I don't think so.
One of the things I always thought is you do things backwards. And my reference is you were in Alberta in the 70s and came home. Everybody else is here now going out to Alberta.
We've known each other a long time, boy.
Ain't that the truth? Jim, this idea of you and Ron Hines being together on stage at the same time, as will happen this coming Friday night at the Membertou Trade and Convention Center, is this something new, or have you been doing this with Ron in the past?
No, this is the first time I've been on stage for a whole show with Ron. I played with him a couple of times with songwriter circles and stuff at the Stan Rogers Festival, but no, I'm really looking forward to it. Ron's a man of 1,000 songs. When I was in Ireland, Jay, the song that he wrote, Sonny's Dream, is actually bigger than Danny Boy over there.
Oh, no, it was a great hit. There's no doubt about that. So this is the first time the two of you have been on stage at the same time for a full This is cabaret style, by the way, yes. Which means that people in the audience might be drinking. I don't know if that affects you or not.
Drinking is good for you, It removes pimples, warts, blackheads, and moles from the faces of the people you're looking at.
It puts hair on your chest.
Cape Bretoners have no trouble having a drink.
Okay. One of the things over the years I've discovered is not only are you a great storyteller, but in addition to that, you like to sing a song or two as well, don't you?
Oh, yes. The singing part of my show, people come up and to say how nice my voice is and blah, 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 and how good your guitar player are. But my forte is comedy, and I have fun with music. But I do everything from Cat Stevens to Gordon Lightfoot to Sonny's Dream to all the Irish ballads. We just came back from Ireland. We're over in Ireland last May, and we had a wonderful time over there. And actually, I was in a pub, and there were just two rather large ladies sitting at the bar. So I went over, and they had a funny accent, and I said, "Excuse me, ladies, are you from Scotland?" And one of them turned around at me and said, "Wales, Wales, you idiot!" And I said, "Well, are you two whales from Scotland?"
Ba-dum.
It's not even Friday.
He hit me with a purse.
Anyway, I think this is a great idea. I've been a big fan of yours for years. I love the music that Ron Hines has written. Like you used the expression, a man of 1,000 songs. This is going to be a great night.
It's going to be a great night, and it's been a long winter in Cape Breton. It's been a long winter everywhere, matter of fact. So get a gang together, come on out and have a real good laugh. Matter of fact, it's not just, the Maritimes have been hit bad with snow. It was so cold in L.A. yesterday that Richard Simmons had to put pants on, apparently.
And if you looked at him lately, for a guy that's supposed to be athletic, he's taking a larger pant size than ever before. But anyway, we're looking forward to the show on Friday night. There's no doubt about that at all, and it's going to be good to have you back in town. You actually, a lot of people are probably not aware that you and your wife actually lived in Sydney for a while.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I spent my childhood there. My folks came from Newfoundland, and my dad was building a boat for Birchall's over in Nilbador back in the early 50s, and he brought us all over here to Cape Breton, and we stayed in Cape Breton, and Cape Breton's actually, been more of a home to me. I love Cape Breton, and I love the people there, and I love the wit there, and, I tell stories all across North America. We just come back from Florida, Texas, and Arizona. We did a bunch of shows down there, and people love the Maritimes. They love Cape Bretoners. They love Newfoundland. That's where the humor comes from, and our humor and our culture, they can't take that away from us.
That's right. It's very deep-seated humor, and it's very a fun sort of humor.
Well, Alan Newey, I remember Alan Newey, of course.
Yeah.
And Alan sold me my first car when I was 16. And the last time I actually played in Sydney was up with General John Cabatrell at the We did a big show there. We had half a pile of people come up and see the show, but it was a great night.
We miss Dave. Dave worked with us here at 103.5 The Eagle, and we miss him. There's no doubt about it. He was just a unique and wonderful and life-loving kind of individual.
Yes, he was, and I miss him dearly too. He had a different sense of humor, but it was definitely a Cape Breton sense of humor, right?
Ain't that the truth? Especially when you cross the causeway, everything's a little different, right?
You cross the causeway. I know. You always told that story when a tourist crossed the causeway, and you asked somebody in Port Hawkesbury, how far is to Cindy? And they said, are you walking or driving? And they said, we're driving. He said, that's the fastest way.
As they would say down in Inverness County, oh, my heaven, this is going to be a wonderful night. We're going to go and see that Jimmy Flynn fella, and that other guy, Mr. Ron Hines. Looking forward to it,
Oh, my gosh, yeah, the accents are something else. And one time last year I was coming down to Cape Breton, and my car broke down the Cancel Causeway. And a guy come over and he said, I think there's something wrong with your carburetor. I said, are you a mechanic? He says, no, I'm with Needle from Marguerite.
Listen, Jim, see you Friday night and have a good time, okay?
Oh, you guys too. Thanks so much for calling. Get a gang together, folks. It's going to be a wonderful night at the Membertou Trade and Convention Center.
Friday night cabaret style. Tickets available at the Membertou box office and also by phone at 539-2300. Presented by 103.5 The Eagle.